Assalamu alaikum. There is one big misconception that I often hear. People say that compound interest is non-compliant or haram, but simple interest is Sharia compliant and it's okay to earn simple interest in any contract of loan. The answer to this question or answer to this misconception is that both types of interest, whether it is simple interest or whether it is compound interest, are equally haram or non-compliant as per Islamic law. Because we have seen before that what is the definition of riba? As per a hadith, we see that the definition of riba is kullu qardin jarra manfa'atan fahuwa riba, which means that any kind of gain which is earned through the contract of loan by the creditor over and above the principal amount of loan is riba. So any gain that is earned is riba. Now that gain can be simple interest or that gain can be compound interest. Both forms of interest will fall under the category of Riba Al Nasiyah and hence are non-compliant or haram. So what is simple interest? Simple interest is calculated on the principal amount every time or in each earning cycle of interest. For example, if some person gives $100 of loan to another person with a 10% interest per annum, so the interest accrued on that $100 will be $10. So $10 will be the interest earned by the creditor after 1 year. Now, next year also, the interest that will be computed in simple interest example will be $10 again. So 10% interest will be calculated on the principal amount of $100, which is again $10 earning of interest by the creditor. So this is simple interest where 10% is always computed on the principal amount of $100 or the principal amount of loan. But in case of compound interest, any interest that is earned in the first period is added to the principal amount, and then the interest for the second period is earned, which results in a higher interest amount. So for example, if a person gives $100 loan to another person at 10% interest per annum, for the first year, $10 will be earned as interest. Now in the second year, the 10% interest will not be applied only to the principal value of $100, but it will be applied to the compounded value of $110, which is $100 the principal value plus the $10 interest earned in the previous cycle. So now the interest earned for the next period will be 10% applied to $110, which will be $11. So in case of compound interest, the next cycle will result in a higher amount of interest. But irrespective of what the calculation method of interest is or how, whether it is simple interest or whether it is compound interest, the basic rule of Sharia is that interest or profit is any gain which is earned over the principal amount of loan. So it doesn't matter, any gain, whether it is in form of simple interest or in form of compound interest, will result in Riba Al Nasiyah and therefore will be totally non-Sharia compliant as per Islamic law. I hope this discussion was useful. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum.